like humanities, communication.
Communication, yeah.
But all right, so looks like we got a few more people. The past few meetings, Chris, people have been like trickling in too. So if you want to get started, really just, I'm recording this too for anyone who missed the meeting. But really just give us like an overview of, you know, your job, your duties, how it's like working in a general aviation airport, you know, just a rundown.
Yeah, sure. So good evening, everyone. My name is Christopher Elwell. I graduated Embry-Riddle this past spring, and I got my new job here with Morristown Airport here in Morristown, New Jersey, back in August. So I've been on the job for about 2 months now, almost 2 months. So yeah, I'm an airport operations coordinator. Essentially, I have three main responsibilities. Those are the maintaining the safety and security of the airfield, maintaining our fuel quality, and capturing landing fees. Here in New Jersey, we have this interesting thing where you have to pay when you land on an airfield. So that is one of my main responsibilities here at this airport. But little snippet about Morristown, I don't have a presentation for you guys since I've been excruciatingly in pain training for the last 2 months. But a little about Morristown. We're a Part 91 airport, general aviation airport, reliever for New York, for Teterboro. We have 2 runways, one main 523 at 5,998 feet by 150 feet, and our crosswind 1331 at 3,997 feet by 150 feet. We have 2 main FBOs, Signature Flight Support and Lynx Aviation Network. Let's see what else. As far as overall responsibilities, so those who don't know what airport operations do, airport operations is basically the heart of the airport. It's how the airport functions. Besides my 3 main responsibilities, I'm in charge of being the airport management representative, enforcing all airport and federal regulations, resolving any problems or conflicts that arise between airport tenants and customers. I conduct airfield inspections, so that's keeping any kind of garbage, as we call FOD, or foreign object debris, off the airfield, identifying and preventing any kind of hazard that can be a hazard to aviation, and that's FOD, like I just said, wildlife, and any kind of obstructions. We currently have a construction project going on here in the airport. We're constructing a new access road that's going to parallel our main runway 523, and it's basically going to be used for any kind of emergency, so we can get emergency vehicles like ARF and mutual aid vehicles out to a accident or incident site as quickly as possible. So as airport operations, we have to go out there and survey and basically babysit, if you will, the construction units while they're out on the airfield, since you do need clearances to get all around all like the movement areas, the non-movement areas. So we handle all the escorts for that. Also, we act as a liaison between Morristown ARF. For those of you who do not know what ARF is, that's Airport Rescue and Firefighting. That's basically the really cool trucks, the big trucks out there, the internationals that can put out any kind of fire outside on an aircraft or something like that. We have a customs port of entry here at Morristown. So for airport operations, we act as a liaison between the airport and customs. So we get to marshal in aircraft and handle all the international arrivals. Today, there was actually a Learjet 40 came in from Canada. So there's certain procedures that we have to follow when dealing with an international arrival, whether that be garbage, whether that be any kind of contaminants, because you don't want that stuff getting into mainstream garbage or mainstream just air and stuff like that. So everything is very compartmentalized when it comes to international arrivals. Like I said, back with our 3 main responsibilities, we have a fuel farm, and here we have about 6 80,000 gallon tanks in total of jet fuel, and then one 15,000 gallon tank of avgas 100 low lead. So as airport operations here, we maintain that fuel farm. We do periodic inspections, safety inspections, and quality control. Here at a general aviation airport, the word SUMP basically means fuel quality control, and that's basically making sure that the fuel is good enough to put inside an aircraft, whether that be Jet A or 100 low lead. So we handle all the 100 low lead and Jet A loading into our fuel farm and then offloading to our customers, whether that be the tenants themselves. So for airport operations, we buy the jet fuel and avgas 100 low lead from a vendor up in I think it's Newark, and then they ship it to us. We store it in our tanks, and then we sell our fuel to the FBOs directly, and then they sell them to the aircraft from there. So we handle the fuel farm itself. Besides that, the landing fee system, Morristown Airport handles can't say the exact number for security reasons, but it's over a 1.5 or $2.0 million landing fee system a year. So as airport operations, we handle the logging of aircraft landings, the processing of payments, generating invoices and statements, dispensing and loading, generating invoices and statements. So we handle a lot. Besides just doing airfield stuff, we have a lot of responsibility when it comes to just the overall maintaining the airport. And like I said, the three main responsibilities that we have: the maintaining the safety and security of the airport, maintaining fuel quality, and landing fees. In addition to that, we also handle airport security. That includes all the fences and the gates. We handle that. The cameras, airport IDs. I can't show you exactly what my ID looks like, but we issue them to all our tenants and also the tenants and customers that come into the airport every now and then. So we have a very secure way of handling our airport just from a safety and from a security standpoint. But those are my main responsibilities. Does anyone have any questions about that, or?
I'll jump in really quick. You were talking about relationships with tenants and dealing with that. Besides FBOs, at a general aviation airport like Morristown, do you deal with many other tenants like day to day, or is it mainly just the FBOs and the relationship with them?
Oh, every day it's dealing with the tenants and the FBOs. The beautiful thing about my job is that there's something new that happens every day. It's not a consistent, oh, you're doing this, then you're doing that. It's not a step-by-step process. Every day there's something different, something new going on, something else you have to fix and change. And so every day you're interacting with tenants. We have an area on the airport for our general aviation aircraft, so like single or twin engine aircraft that use 100 low lead. That's called our West Tie Down. So you can have anything there from a Cessna 172 to a Cessna 210 or a Piper, Seminole, so on and so forth. So we interact with them. If there's any issues getting into the gates or whatnot to get airside or landside, any issues around airside or landside, it depends, but yeah, we have full interaction with the tenants themselves and the FBOs. The FBOs, they'll always have a question about something, whether that be fuel or something airside or an aircraft come in or something like that. But we always maintain a very close partnership, I'll say, with the tenants of the airport and the FBOs themselves.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I know, especially at a general aviation airport, you're a lot more connected to the tenants on more of a one-on-one basis, as opposed to a bigger airport where you got to deal with the concession agencies and all that nonsense. But I know you just started at Morristown. I'm not sure if you can speak a little bit about how the training's been. I know you and I have spoken, and you said it was quite intense. I was wondering if you could give us some examples of what kind of stuff you've been doing.
Sure. So difference between my job and a Part 139 airport operations job. My job, like I said, all the responsibilities I have, probably about half or quarter of those responsibilities you'd have at a Part 139 airport. And for those that don't know what a Part 139 airport that is, it's like Dallas-Fort Worth, it's like Newark, it's like Orlando, Daytona Beach. Those are all Part 139 airports. So they serve air carrier service, so the airlines. So that would be Delta American, PSA, Piedmont, JetBlue, United, so on and so forth. Part 91, we're strictly business aviation, corporate aviation. So we deal ExoJet, FlexJet, NetJets, any of the third-party charter companies. So the ones that cost thousands of dollars just to fly, those are the ones we deal with. As far as training, like I have been talking to Joe. So with the training, it's a lot more intense when it comes to Port 91 airports like mine. How should I say this? Just getting a grip on everything. It's a fun experience, believe me. It's very fun, very exciting, engaging. You're at the forefront. You are the airport. That's as my teachers have said. Is I am the airport, and you're representing the airport every day. Just learning all the different responsibilities, all the programs we have to use, talking on tower. Getting my driver training courses done, all the safety procedures you have to do. Safety is the number one responsibility, I guess you could say. At my airport, we're very concerned about just overall safety, all the procedures, all the codes, and how everything's supposed to handle. It's a lot, and it's going to be a lot more than you'd find at a Port 139. Even though 139 airports are more safety and procedure oriented, so there's a regulation for everything you do at a Part 139 airport. For me, Part 91, we're less regulated by the FAA, so we have that leniency to be able to be complacent, if you will, but we still maintain a high safety level in order to be the best. Like I said, even though we don't have the regulations, we keep ourselves to a Part 139 standard here at Morristown, basically to ascertain ourselves to the rest of the general aviation and aviation community in general, just to maintain that high level of safety sets it apart from others. But my training, it's been great so far. I'm almost done, thank God. But that means that after my training period, which hopefully ends soon, I'll know every single procedure that comes to that is the airport. I'll know all the relationships that I had to build with like the tenants and the FBOs and all that. It's basically I have to be the airport. I can't make a mistake. You can make mistakes, but you have to be on your game every single day as far as like certain tasks. But yeah, my training, it's harder than what it could have been if I went to a Part 139 airport, but this way I'm getting a hell of a lot more experience down just in my book, and I think that's something that everyone can aspire to. So yeah, that's that, Joe.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah.
I'll pause here for a sec. I know we've had a few more people join. If anyone has any questions before Chris continues, I'll just give a few seconds for anyone to unmute and ask if you think of anything.
Yeah, no, I'll take any questions anyone has. Does anyone have a list, or Joe, how did you want to coordinate that?
Well, let's see. Well, everyone's still muted, so I will just continue asking what I had in my head. So as everyone knows, next Tuesday is the Career Expo. I know we have a few new members who I think you're all freshmen, like Matt and Michaela. And Yeah, I think those are the only two we have right now. But the as I'm sure you all know, the Career Expo is like the crown jewel of the semester at Embry-Riddle for getting internships, networking with people. I think that's where me and Chris first really started connecting. Was we met at the Career Expo, or we met at Airport Management Club, and then ran into each other at the Career Expo, and just traded business cards and started talking. And he actually did an internship in down in Lee County at Southwest Florida International Airport, I believe. They're
Yes.
pretty close with us as a club. In past semesters, we've gone down and toured them. They also do have an internship program open for applications now, and they will be at the Career Expo. So I was just hoping Chris could give us a little background on that, or if anyone has
Yeah.
any questions before, feel free to go ahead.
Yeah, so thanks, Joe. For those that just recently joined, my name's Chris. I'm an operations coordinator at Morristown Airport. Right now, I'll just give you a little tidbit with my internship experience with Southwest Florida International Airport. I was an intern there 2 summers ago, 2018. I graduated Embry-Riddle as a Homeland Security bachelor's program. So my focus was aviation emergency management, and I did my internship, like I said, summer of 2018. I was the airport operations and emergency management intern there. My primary responsibility was to develop a mass casualty incident, or MCI. It's a plan where an aircraft crash lands on the airport. How do you mitigate that situation? So that was my project. I got the emergency management side, so got the MCI side, and then I got the airport operations side, Part 139 oriented. So I got both sides of the coin, if you will, for my internship. So I developed the MCI plan. For my internship year, I split into 3 parts. We had the actual event, which is FAA regulated. Like all 139 airports, everything is regulated by the FAA, Part 139. So I got the airport operations side, I got the emergency management side, and I got to just dive in every single part just with airport operations there. When it comes to internships, especially for anyone new to Embry-Riddle and to airport management and so on and so forth, this is probably one of the best internships you can get as far as like if you're prospective in the field of airport management. Really comprehensive, really, I don't want to say by the book, but it's very, actually it's very career oriented, just the internship itself. If you're looking for that high-paced, like ability to get a job right after college, then this is the internship for you. Let's see. Yeah, it was the best internship that I ever had. I only had one, but it was the best one that I had, and compared to others that I've talked to. But RSW, Southwest Florida International Airport, the internship, yeah, it was phenomenal. Just what I could do, what I was exposed to, what I was able to do, what projects I worked on, like the MCI. I also got to update a couple of their contingency plans, emergency plans, just because I was a Homeland Security major. So I got to do that, and just everything you're exposed to there. I mean, when I first got to Riddle, I was, like I said, I was a Homeland Security major, and I didn't really have any intentions of going into aviation. This turned my mind and my career ultimately around, and that's how I was able to start an airport management club and to get it, hopefully one day, into the aviation industry, and I got this job with Morristown. So, yeah, this internship is probably one of the best that you can apply for if you're interested in airport operations. So yeah, I believe, Joe, are they going to be online on Tuesday?
Yes, there's actually one-on-one sessions open now with Derek Faulkner, who is he actually runs Pagefield, but it's all one organization down there. They have Pagefield and then RSW, which is a bigger airport. Pagefield's more of like a GA airport, like the one Chris works at in New Jersey. But they have one-on-one sessions with him, and I believe there's another person. I don't remember their name. I think they're just a
James
recruiter, though. What'd you say?
Okay. Is it James Hess?
It might be. It might be. I'll have to check after this. But they do have plenty of spots still open if anyone's interested. I think the other big airport that's there is also the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. They're great people up there. I
Okay.
believe Colin Douglas is my contact. He is also doing one-on-one sessions at the expo, just outside of Lee County. He's up there in New York. He's also a great guy to know.
And those who are, sorry, Joe, those are that are considering the airport management and operations internship with the Lee County Port Authority. So what they have, as far as I know, Lee County Port and Southwest Florida International Airport. Page Field is the General Aviation Port 91 airport that they have in the county. And then there's RSW, which I just said. The internship at Page Field is a marketing and airport management internship. When I was there, it was me. I was the emergency management intern. Then there was the airport operations intern at RSW. And then there was a Page Field intern at Page Field. And I believe this year they're doing 2 slots for the airport operations internship at RSW. And then I believe 1 at Page Field, just because of COVID and everything that happened. But the Page Field internship is more marketing and more management oriented. And then the RSW internship is the airport operations. So the exposure to what Part 139 is, how airport operations interacts with the airport, and what they do. So if anyone's interested in the airport operations side, I have contacts there from my old internship. I'm still very much in communication with anyone down there. So if anyone needs any help, just please reach out to me. I'll have Joe send out my email. And if anyone wants to ask any questions, I guess wait to the end. Yeah.
Hi, how are you? My name's Matt. I just wanted to ask you simply, based on your experience, do you think that the people at either RSW or Page Field, do you think that they'll hire more freshmen, or will they hire more upperclassmen? Because I looked on Handshake when they first initially gave out the actual internship opportunity. It said it was more like sophomore and up. I'm not sure about freshmen, though. I wanted to ask your opinion.
Okay. Well, Matt, good to meet you. Thanks for being here tonight. I would have to say, just from my experience, when I applied for the internship back in 2017, it was my first year, and I came to Embry-Riddle as a transfer student from community college. And like I said, I graduated Riddle with a Homeland Security degree. When they first started talking to me, when I first started talking to them, I guess they noticed just personality. And that's one thing that'll stick you out in a crowd is your personality and how well you talk to others, especially in the aviation community. When I applied, I had no aviation background. I took no aviation classes. I was taking Homeland Security classes. But they saw me as a really good talker, really good at talking about my personality, myself, and I guess they just fell in love with that, and they just hired me on the spot. So yeah, it's not really, when I applied at least, it wasn't so much about how much experience I had, because like I said, I had none. I was technically a junior, but I was a sophomore standing, just how my credits transferred. I'm not sure how it would go for a freshman, but I mean, go ahead, give them a talk to them, see what, just give them a feel, and just, yeah, explain that don't have any experience, but you're very interested in the job and thinking about making it a career. So yeah, I'd say go ahead, just talk to them, just talk to them. I guess that would be my best advice. What's your degree program?
I am in aviation business administration with an air transportation focus. So I'm kind of more looking for the airport operations, I think it's what you said. More towards that.
Yeah, airport ops. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So
I would definitely say reach out to them. It seems like you're in the right degree program. Obviously, I was not. I minored
okay,
in airport operations in college. So,
okay,
but it was because of my internship that made me change my career. I'll make that stuff clear right now. Because of my internship, I changed myself around. I changed my career, my passions in life. I changed those around. But yeah, I went into the internship with no experience at all, no classes aviation related at all, not even emergency management related at all. But they just noticed my personality. They noticed me, and they just took me. So
okay.
I say
Well,
that.
thank you
Yeah,
very much. I
thank you.
appreciate that. Who would I
Of course.
contact, I guess, for that, for
Um,
RSW? Who
I'm
do
not
you
sure
think
how
would be
the
the best
process
person?
works. It depends who's running the career fair. I can ask my contacts and see who's going to be running it on Tuesday, and I can get back to you if you want to send Joe your email, and then if you want, or Joe, if you could email or send Matt my email, and then if you want to touch base with me, I'll try to figure something out.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you so much.
after this is done, I'll put your email and your Instagram in the group me. Chris takes amazing. He's a photographer too, and he's always taking pictures of everything at his job, and just give him a follow on Instagram. And like I said, I'll post it in the group me after this.
Absolutely.
I on Tuesday, I'm not sure if they're having a group session, but I do know that um, their applications for the internship are open. And then Derek Faulkner is going to be running one group of the one-on-one sessions. And under Handshake, you can actually go see who it is you will be talking to if you book one of those sessions too. And then really just if I could add something, when I was a freshman, don't think that you won't get an internship. It's true that the odds are lower than if you were a sophomore or a junior or a graduated senior. But use the Career Expo as an opportunity to meet people and make connections, because what's going to happen is you're going to meet people this Career Expo, say, hey, I'm Matt, or I'm Michaela, or I'm Joe, or I'm Ethan, and you're gonna meet them. You're gonna show them your personality. You're gonna give them your contact info and your business card, and send them an email afterwards. Try to get maybe like a mentor out of this. My first Career Expo is where I met my first mentor, and we still talk like weekly. And then you kind of have to play the long game. And then your next Career Expo, when you are a sophomore or you are a junior, you can be back and be like, oh, hey, Jack. Hey, Colin. It's great seeing you. I know we spoke last year, but now I've gained a little more experience, and I'm wondering if you have any opportunities. And that is what really puts you at a competitive edge as far as the Career Expo goes, at least in my experience. Other people, I mean, it's not impossible. I do know quite a few people who have gotten internships as freshmen. So I would definitely, there's no harm in applying under any circumstances. So just book those one-on-one sessions, and
Yeah,
and
Joe, if
other
I can
good
add,
stuff will come out of it.
yeah, if I could add to that point, just as far as making connections, it's everything in the aviation community. Even just from the career fairs. And freshmen, don't be intimidated when it comes to the career fairs. They're there to serve as a learning experience and a connection hub. So, yeah, like Joe said, I mean, go to the career fair, meet a bunch of people, even if you don't have the expectation of getting an internship on the spot or through a process, but just go there, meet the different people, let them know who you are, what your interests are, and it'll form relationships. That's, I guess, the easy way to do it. And then once you get that internship, once you get that job, make the connections there, keep at it, keep meeting a whole bunch of people, even if you're not even related, not related like family wise, but related like in your job wise to the person. Just talk to them and establish that communication, because you never know when you're going to need it. Trust me.
Thank you both for all the information. Very, very helpful.
Of course.
All right. So before we let Chris go, I just want to ask you about COVID. I know it's everyone's been hearing. I mean, I'm tired of hearing about COVID, but I know you graduated in the heart of this pandemic, like right when it started going everywhere and exploding. And you were able to get this job at Morristown, and I'm over the moon happy. But I know it was a really difficult process, especially given all these circumstances. I was wondering if you have any tips or any advice. What kind of tactics did you use to set yourself apart, trying to get a job in arguably the most impacted industry throughout this pandemic?
Yeah, so I'll explain a little bit. So COVID hit in March when I was in the middle of my senior year, unfortunately. So my senior year got cut in half, unfortunately. I moved back home, and then I was still in the process of, I had my applications out there for a couple of different airports. All throughout that time, there were some airports that fell through, some airports that said we're not hiring because of the COVID crisis and the financial loss. And believe me, airports have suffered incredibly when it comes to this COVID crisis. With the airlines didn't come in, that wasn't generating revenue, so the passengers weren't coming in. Passengers generate revenue, that's something called a PFC, or a passenger facilitation charge. So every time a person steps onto an aircraft or into an airport, generates a certain amount of money. I believe it's $4.12, I think, or 19. But that's a tax that's put onto the airline ticket. So with the reduction in travel, airports were hit hard because of that loss of that PFC. So all the airports I applied to basically said, no, we're not hiring. And it wasn't until about May and June that I started reaching out again. I said, hi, just seeing if there's any updates on the application process. And about a couple of airports got back to me. I had a couple of interviews, some airports that I didn't like geographically, so I turned them down. From a personal standpoint, as far as setting myself apart from others, would definitely be my degree where I'm at. So not only am I'm Homeland Security with concentrations in aviation emergency management and airport management operations. That's what set me apart from others. That's what set me apart from others in this field. For people going for airport operations was my emergency management background. Not only did I do it at my internship, I also have a job where I had a full job as a line service technician here in New Jersey. So I created an emergency management plan for my old airport that I was a line service tech at. So I used that, my internship, to get me the job where I'm at right now. Freshmen and anyone in this in the group that's paying attention, listening, when it comes to Riddle, take any class you can. Any class you could be interested in or not, take it anyway, because I guarantee you it's going to benefit you down the road. The emergency management part, if there's anyone that has an inkling of desire to get involved in emergency management, it's a very upcoming topic in airport management right now, especially at the Part 139 airports. At the Part 91 airports, like I'm at right now, it's not really talked about, but it's growing more than it was 10 years ago. For the 139 airports, it's exploding. So when you say that you have a minor concentration, anything in emergency management, that's what's going to set you apart from others. And there's a whole slew of other things that can set you apart from others as far as experience. But for me personally, it was the emergency management stuff. And then I applied for this job back in February. They were off from hiring until about early June. I sent an email into my current boss and started the process, and I got the job in July. And I had to turn down a couple of jobs that I really wanted, but this job, I'd say, Part 91 Airport, is the best just because of the experience I'm getting, the diversity and experience I'm saying, everything that I'm doing, just from creating NOTAMs, airfield inspections, doing the fuel farm here at the airport, running that, I should say, doing airport security. It's something I'll never be exposed to, I guess, as airport operations, say at a non-hub, a small, medium, or large hub airport. So I'd say if you start your experience here at Part 91 Airport somewhere in the U.S., you will be very happy, and your career will be very good down the road. But I'm not let's say I'm not like downplaying a Part 139 airport, but I definitely have to say a little bias here. Part 91 is the way to go. But yeah, no, so far in my 2 months here, I got to run a POTUS operation. Yes, the President of the United States does fly into my airport, so I got to run that. That's an experience that I don't think I'll get anywhere else in my career than my airport, when he just flies randomly into my airport. There's a lot of different like other tidbits that happen at Morristown that I can't get anywhere at any other airport, but this I'd say is the best way to start. And I know at my airport that there will be future opportunities in the near future. So freshmen, don't get discouraged. Sophomores, juniors, seniors, don't get discouraged. Things are looking up. The aviation community has built up a lot tremendously since March. I know in the news they say every day that, oh, an airline is going out of business, an airline is being furloughed employees. Do not get discouraged. It's getting brighter. It's going to be a long road, maybe a year or 2 or 3 years, but it's getting better. Trust me. And job-wise, I just checked my job portal the other day, and there's 10, 20 airport operations jobs out there. So you just got to know where to look, who to talk to, and that's it. Know who to talk to and have a connection. So.
Awesome. Great words of encouragement from Chris there. Chris, if you don't have anything else to add, I'd just like to open up this last little bit for anyone else in this meeting who would like to ask any questions for Chris while we have him here. If you don't feel comfortable right now, like I said, I will send out his email and his Instagram after the meeting. So yeah, I'll just give everyone a few seconds to see if we have any more questions.
Yeah, feel free to step up. I was in y'all's shoes about 6 months ago, so boy, do I miss it. Don't take college for granted. Stay in, enjoy every second, and believe me, once you're out, it really hits home. But yeah, if anyone has any questions, aviation or just anything personal, just let me know right now or send me an email. I'm here for another however long Joe keeps the call up for.
All right, well, if no one has anything, our next meeting, I think I'm going to switch them out to every 2 weeks because I feel like, oh, Matt, did you raise your hand? Oh, okay, sorry. I don't want to overwhelm everyone with these weekly meetings, so I'm thinking we might switch to every 2 weeks, but I'll keep everyone updated. Otherwise, Dave is currently working to hopefully get us our Jacksonville tour. We just got the protocol from student engagement on how to get approval for off-campus events. So we're working on that now. Of course, things may have changed at Jacksonville, and I don't want to promise anything, but we are trying our best. So apart from that, we're also trying to get more funding for the conference next year. We're getting the planning for that done super early so that we don't have any issues later on. So that's really all I have. I'd like to thank Chris again for sharing his time with us. And he's really a great guy to know in this industry, really high energy and proactive, and he will always be there if you guys have any questions or just need to chat. So yeah, if no one else has anything, just thanks again. So I'll see everyone 2 weeks from now is what it looks like. So
thank you, Chris.
Yeah, Joe. Of course. Yeah, if anyone has any questions, please email me. Friend me on LinkedIn, send me a message on Instagram. I'll have Joe send that. But yeah, text me even if you guys need to. I'm available a lot. I'm working right now. Well, obviously I'm working, but I work during the days right now, so I might not be as responsive, but I believe on Sundays and Mondays, has any questions related to aviation, to airport operations, my experience, and how I can help you guys. Embry-Riddle alumni, we're a tight-knit group, and we stick out for each other. So please reach out to us. Don't be afraid. I know it's kind of intimidating right now, but believe me, it's a great world. It's a very fluid and awesome world out there. So yeah, definitely please email me, text me, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter. Actually, I don't even have Twitter, but yeah, just reach out to me anytime, guys. Thanks for your time tonight, and I hope to speak to each and every one of you. So have a good night.
You too.
Thanks, Tristan.
All right. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye.